in the studio, and it's amazing because it's quite a while we had a guest, coming to the studio. It's always on Zoom. But I want you to know that this program runs from 11 a.m. to 12 noon every Monday through Friday. And of course, we have our YouTube channels at Galaxy TV News, Galaxy TV Entertainment, Galaxy TV Vibes, and of course we have Galaxy TV Comedy. We also have a Facebook and Twitter channels. We have Galaxy TV Entertainment and Galaxy TV News, and of course we have Galaxy TV, so you can just live subscribe and share. But if you want to watch this program live, just tune in to Galaxy TV News on YouTube. We are streaming live, and it's so good to be here. Of course, I'm not doing this alone. I have my girl with me, Confident. Hi Confident, good morning.
Hi, I say hi Confident.
I get
Blossom, good morning.
Good morning.
It's so good to be here, and trust me, Miss Blossom has said it all. Anyways, my name is Covenant, aka the Lagos Girl, and you are officially welcome to the Women's Corner. She said it all. In fact, where to watch us, you already know. I don't have to say it again. Galaxy TV News. And yes, we have an amazing guest in the studio. I'm super excited for today because we have our guest in the studio. No Zoom network or interruption where we will not be able to ask our questions.
Yeah.
I have questions. Oh my goodness.
We have a lot of questions.
Anyways, don't let me bust. Don't let me let the cat out of the bag right now.
Yeah, do not let the cat out of the bag. But I'm going to let the cat out of the bag just right after we go for a short break and we take a tip first. And that way we'll be able to introduce. I can't wait to unveil her. Anyway, today's topic, we're talking about navigating career transition. Part of the people, right? Okay, so we're navigating career transition. So right now we'll be taking a break, a tip, and the tip is career advancement. And of course, we know that when you're transitioning from one career to another, it means you are advancing. Trust me, even if you're moving from being take for example, you're a radio presenter, OAP basically, and you want to shift to a TV, which of course is the same thing but very different, like a broadcaster. You're transitioning, and of course that's an advancement. So definitely, if you want to have a career advancement, this is the tip for you. I think everybody should try to have a career advancement actually. Definitely. So it's for everybody. So let's quickly go for this tip, career advancement, and we'll be right back to the studio to unveil the guest and get cracking. Stay with us.
Tips on career advancement. Determining your career goals. Before you work towards career advancement, it will be important to know what type of career advancement aligns with your wants and needs. This way, you can make sure you're working towards an end state that fits your desired lifestyle. In determining your career goals, you can create guideposts for yourself as you work towards progress. Keep in mind that career goals, like most goals, tend to be cyclical. In achieving one goal, you may come to recognize a new goal. Remember to keep checking in with yourself as you reach new milestone. Planning your career advancement. Once you have clarity on your goals, you will be more prepared to map your path towards achieving them. In this stage of your career advancement journey, you may find it helpful to compare your current state to your ideal future state. Read job listings for positions or companies you'd like to work for, and talk to people currently doing the work you hope to do. Take note of your current skill gaps or discrepancies, as these will likely be areas that you can focus on building and reinforcing to prepare for the upcoming growth stage. Working towards career growth. This next stage is when you really start engaging with your goals and working in a way that demonstrates your preparedness to advance. As you work towards growth, you may expand and hone your skill, earn a new credential, take on a project, or seek networking opportunities. Depending on your goal and your relationship with your current manager, this may be a good time to talk about your desire for advancement. Knowing what you're working towards, your manager may help you find growth opportunities within your current role scope or offer advice on what you can do to qualify for advancement within your company or field. Pursuing advancement opportunities. Oftentimes, it's not enough to work towards growth. You need to ask for results you want to achieve. Actively pursuing advancement opportunities signals to the people with the power to make decisions about your career progress that you're interested and ready to move into the next phase of your career. Whether you're demonstrating your preparedness to your manager, another department lead, or hiring manager, you will likely need to seek out and offer proof of your growth and effectiveness before you are given the opportunities. During this time, keep an eye on internal and external job openings, apply for jobs, stay in touch with key contacts, maintain an updated resume and cover letter, and prepare for interviews. Overcoming growth obstacles. Career advancement takes time and effort, and progress isn't always linear. Since certain aspects of your advancement aren't entirely in your control, you may need to overcome some obstacles or shift your plans along the way. During these times, you may want to seek additional sources of motivation, guided by self-improvement or an expert, such as a mentor, career coach, or career counselor. Find a mentor. A mentor is someone who has a profound knowledge about your field and has successfully passed through all the stages of advancement in your career. It is preferable to select a mentor in your industry, but not compulsory. Choose a mentor who listens to you and provides the essential advice to you to advance your career.
All right, welcome back. You're still watching Women's Corner, and of course that's a tip for career advancement. And like we said, we're talking about navigating career transition. So it's time to unveil our guest, and our guest for today is Dr. Ebolomo Fawole. She is a counseling psychologist, and she's also a family life therapist. She's a whole lot, but I had to streamline it to these two because the first time she was on set, that was last week Monday, not on set, via Zoom. I had to read over, so I'm like, oh my word, I could not even take it because it's going to take probably an hour to do that. But it's good to have you in the show, Doctor.
Thank you very much, Blossom. Thank you for having me. And
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
But wasn't stressful getting to the studio?
No.
That's fine. All. This is like a testimony because this is like a very good one. Because most people, in fact, there was someone who was supposed to come to the studio and ended up at Bariga. And I'm questioning myself, like, wow. Oga, Ikeja, Bariga.
Are they correlated?
What is the
really?
Nothing? But anyways, it's good we have you, and of course coming early. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, so we're talking about navigating career transition, which is very important. Now, a lot of people sometimes want to change career path. They feel that they have a particular path they're taking before, and they want to switch over to another. Now, I feel like it takes a whole lot. I feel like it takes maybe studying again, probably doing a PGD, doing something to make a quick switch or a master degree. But first, how do you think is the most easiest way for someone to switch career or transition from one career to another?
Okay, thank you once again, Blossom.
You're welcome.
And thank you for having me. So when we talk about career, I don't think there's a fixed thing to career. But in this part of the world that we are, like I always make the jest, I always joke about this, that why is it that our own is always hard,
very tough,
very tough. Because the God that created us to be limitless. We have a lot inside of us, so we're not supposed to be boxed into career or one situation. Fine, we understand that we have the linear career, we have the non-linear career, we have the portfolio career, but you see, in transitioning, so let me do it this way. So the types of career that I had mentioned shows that one is directional, one direction.
Okay, for easy understanding for the layman, can you please explain the linear, the non-linear, and the other third one?
So the linear career is like one career, like you are a medical doctor.
Okay.
You are a nurse, you're an engineer, that's what you study. But you graduate. If you're working in a ministry or in an organization, you are there as an engineer, but you get promoted. You move from one level to one stage to another. That's linear. Okay. But the non-linear is you are a teacher, but you studied mechanical engineering.
Which is more stories for Nigerians.
Or you study
Exactly.
electrical engineering,
Yeah.
but you find yourself in the class as a teacher. When you were filling the JAMB form, you wanted to become an engineer. Like,
Yeah.
That's the drive.
like, yeah, but situation around
yeah.
make you find yourself in the classroom. That's non-linear, because as time goes on, you can now get the opportunity to move from there to what you really want to do. And the portfolio career is, you are an OAP, you find somebody who wants to sell a land or something, and you just go
into that,
real estate and help them to do the announcement. That is the portfolio. So you can move from this and
to
move
the
to
other.
this. But you see, in the types of career, there are stages to it. That's the exploratory stage. You say, okay, this is me, this is my personality, this is what I know, and all that. From there, you move to the experimental stage.
Yeah.
You start operating. At that stage, you have the choice to say, no, this is not what I want. But if that is what you want, then you go into the maintenance stage. You start developing yourself to say, okay, I'm a teacher, I can move to the HOD. And you know, with the portfolio of the HOD, you have administrative work to it. And from there, you move to, from the HOD, maybe you become the principal or something, you know. So there are different stages. So if you understand at the maintenance stage that, okay, this is where I want to be, then you start working on the advancement stage.
Okay.
But if you go through all these and the environment is not conducive, you have issue with work-life balance, that's talking about the doctors, you know, a lot of ladies study medicine, by the time they get married, they have children too, and their husband are like, no, we need somebody to stay with the children and all that. They switch to become online something.
Especially
you know, we have a lot of remote, remote career job now. So in that transitioning, you're thinking, okay, so which one is me? Okay, so I want to advance. I don't want to stay here. That's where the transition, navigating, and career thing comes in. So I started by saying that because of where we are in this part of the world, we are made to see one career, one kind of job as only thing. But the truth is, you can navigate, you can move around and not feel bad about it.
Really?
Yeah.
And it won't be the statement of jack of all trade and master of none. Because that statement always rings in my head.
Psychology, every individual have the choice to change career, 5 to 7 kinds of career.
Wow.
Because at different stages of your life, you are discovering yourself. You are evolving.
There's a change.
There's a change. The environment changes. And you're seeing yourself, okay, I don't want to stay here again. I want to stay here. So it's not because I'm not good at what I'm doing, but the environment is asking
for you to change.
Your personality is asking for you to change. A teacher that was a graduate of engineering to say, oh no, I want to work in an engineering firm. You can't say he's a jack of all trades. He gets to the engineering firm, they said, okay, we want you to be in the training department because you have the teaching experience. So in moving around, just know that what you have gone through, the experiences you had, where you are coming from is not wasted. Nothing is in life is wasted.
No knowledge is a waste.
No knowledge is. So if we come from that perspective, we won't be affected. Change is normal, but in this part of
we accept change.
We don't want to change because people will judge us, people will criticize us, people will talk about us. But if you know what you're doing and you know what you want, you have the end at the back of your mind. Just stay focused.
Okay, so I want to give, should I say, an analogy. So what if, because there was something that I was taught one time, and then this particular person said, for you to change jobs or change so and so, you know, this number of times, that you lack stability, you're not stable. It doesn't show that you are stable, and it will show in your relationship, it will show, you know, in your personal life and all of that. She said, okay, this person lacks stability. So now I'm asking, at what stage is someone supposed to know that, okay, you know what, at this stage I need to now transition, I need to change? Is it when that particular place becomes toxic, or when the person feel like, oh, I'm not doing so much here, I want to, like, at what stage? And so that you know, be called on an unstable person. Yeah.
Okay, so when you're saying so you're talking about the environment.
Yes.
If an environment is toxic, you can get the same job in another environment.
Definitely.
So there are different understanding to that. I just needed to say that before now going to the question to say, people say you're stable and all that. And so people say things not because they understand you,
Okay.
but because they think they know who you should be. And so they want to tell you what you should do. Remember when I started, I said you need to be self-aware. You know where you're going. You know what you want for yourself. I left the classroom where I'd taught for 16 years.
Wow.
To go into coaching.
All right.
Somebody said, oh, because it's that coaching is raining. That's what they think. But what's my desire? What exactly is my calling? And that's why I said evolving.
Invariably, you're still even teaching.
Exactly.
You get
them down to explain to them.
And so this is why, so in this part, we love external validation.
Yeah. Very
And that
true.
has cost us
A whole lot.
of
Yes.
pain,
True.
confused people. So know who you are, know what you want, know where you are going to, know, understand your purpose here on earth. If you understand your why, whatever anybody has to say will not
Matter.
Exactly.
For example, let me tell you something. You know, as parents, we live our lives through our children. So I wanted to be a medical doctor. I could not become a doctor. And so I'll make sure that
One of them becomes a medical doctor.
But what if they want? What if none of them want to become a medical?
No, she's trying to pass it by force.
Do you notice that? I don't know if you have seen them,
Okay.
but I know a lot of medical doctors that are now bakers.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
So are you saying they're not stable?
Okay.
Of course, medicine is. So I'm saying that in the days of our parents, where they said lucrative job, I kept saying something. I said the environment is changing, life is evolving.
And you have to change
You
too.
see that we are all navigating to the AI, everything AI. And so if you want to stay in your past, you will go out of job.
Trust me,
Nobody
you
will. We all know that even for banks now, everything is. I can't remember the last time I went into the bank.
Into banking hall, trust me.
So all those tellers,
Yeah.
Gone.
they are the number is reducing. So we need to work on ourselves. We need to improve on ourselves because life is evolving. And so if people are changing, we should not judge them.
Yeah.
There's something inside them that is telling them it is time to move.
To move, make a change.
And so you notice when we went fully into this social media thing, virtual thing and all that was during COVID.
Yes. Yes.
How
COVID
many
brought out
of
the
us-
best
how
in a
many
lot of
of us
people.
So it's the universe telling us that we should evolve and move away. So I think we should just stop judging people and stop telling people you
What to
know
do.
what they are supposed to do. When there is the inner man inside them that is telling them what to do
do.
and the steps to take in their life.
You know, it's amazing how people focus on other persons telling them what to do, but they need to move. Like, they need to even move. Like, move. Just take a step further. But yet, they are, you know, just the way they always say, do not try so much to face for yourself. Anyways, we still have Dr. Ebulomo in the building, of course, and I just want to take a breather. Let's take all this in because trust me, this is a whole lot, and I'm loving this. But the way she has fine-tuned this topic is even away from what was in my head. It's another direction entirely, and I'm loving this direction. But anyway, go for a tip, a break, and after that we'll take a tip, and the tip is on navigating your career. How can you navigate your career? This is how you can navigate it, by watching this tip and following it through. We'll be right back to the studio, of course, to continue with Dr. Covenant and I. Stay with us.
Tips in navigating career transition. A career change can feel like stepping into the unknown. You might worry that your risk won't pay off. You have to start from scratch, or employers won't take you seriously. But navigating career transition can feel overwhelming, risky, and uncertain. But a successful career change can open exciting new opportunities and reignite your passion for your work. Ways to help navigate a career shift includes understanding why you want to change, assessing your skill, seeking guidance and support, and looking for employers who take a skills-based approach to hiring. Here are tips to help you navigate. Number 1. Understand your why. When considering making a career change, you must understand why you want to do it. This helps you develop a clear plan and focus on new opportunities that align with your professional goals and values. People change careers for various reasons, including when they are returning to work after having a child or accommodating other changes in life circumstances, such as moving to a new country, or suffering from burnout and fatigue in their current role, or feeling their current role doesn't align with their values or passion, or wanting to earn more money. Knowing why you're leaving your current role and industry helps you identify your motivations when looking for a new role. Number 2. Zero in your new career. Once you know your motivations, picking a new career might be easy. But what happens if you know you want to change careers, but you are unsure what to switch to? In this case, it's helpful to take some time to explore your options. Reflect on your interests outside of work and what you do well. Consider asking questions like, what the industries, roles have you always been interested in? What type of work do you prefer? For example, short-term contracts or full-time positions? How do you prefer to work? Are you looking for a remote job, a hybrid role with flexible hours, or something else? Your answers may help you zero in on the industry, role, or even company you're most interested in. Number 3. Take stock of your current skill set. Once you know what you want to do next, you must figure out how to make the transition. An excellent way to do this is figure out the gap between the skills you have and the skills you need. This exercise helps you understand your transferable skills and the gaps you must address before making your career change. Start listing your skills based on your work experiences to date, including hard and soft skills. Then, identify the skills needed for your new career. Number 4. Upgrade your skill set. Assessing your current skill set also highlights the skills you need to develop before moving to a new industry and role. Once you know this, you can figure out what training or what experience you need and set professional development goals to gain the skills and knowledge you need. For instance, you could take a online course or local college class. Other career transitions require more formal education, like a master's degree, but not all jobs require degrees or formal education, and there are other ways to gain the knowledge you need. Number 5. Dive into your new industry. It pays to speak to as many people as possible about your new direction. This helps you build a picture of the skills, qualifications, and experience employers in the industry look for. It's also an excellent way to get information about practical consideration like salary expectations and working conditions. Reaching out to others in the industry also help you build a new professional network through which you might hear about new opportunities. Number 6. Make a realistic game plan. Career transitions usually don't happen overnight. They require both planning to ensure the transition is smooth and successful.
When putting together next steps, think about the time it will take to upskill or gain the necessary experience, your contractual obligation, your current role, including notice periods and how this will impact when and where you apply for new roles, your financial situations and how to manage this during the transition, your personal circumstances, including family obligations and how they will impact the types of job you apply for, the possibilities of relocation, and more. And lastly, number 7, seek guidance and mentoring. Many people understand how difficult it can be to break into a new industry, and they're happy to help if you ask them. Use your informal and formal professional networks to contact people for your advice and guidance on navigating the industry. Finding a mentor in your new field is beneficial. They can be an excellent sounding board for your decision to change careers and any challenges that arise during this process.
All right, you're welcome back. You're still watching Women's Corner. Of course, right there was the Tibor navigating your career. And like I said, we still have Dr. Ebun Lomo in the building talking about navigating career transition. And of course, it's been very interesting. So I have 2 in 1 questions because anyways, I have 2 questions. Now, for people who want to transition in their career, do you think certification in that transitional career, do you think it is very necessary? And 2, when you're stuck in your job, the fear of unknown, the fear of are you even advanced with this job, like, you know, you're good here, they know you're better in that particular job, but you feel like when you go out there, there are more challenges that you would face and you're not certain you're well equipped to be able to do that because you feel stuck already. How do you come out of a job that you feel stuck in, and is it really necessary to go for a certification for your next career you want to go
for? Certification. Yeah. In this of the world, we like certificates.
Of course, papers.
We love certificates. But I think there are some careers that you don't need certification for. Okay. You can understudy.
Okay.
And you can network with people to show you. So there's a need to know where you're going and what the requirements of the career is. If it is certification, please go and do certification so that they can hire you.
Of course. Very necessary.
There are times you see people doing something inside you, you're like, I can do this thing.
Even better.
Even better, but because you don't have the certification, the certificates, you can't move. So I think I will say that people should check the requirement of where they want to transition to, and get the know-how. It's very important to get the skills, a skill set to every career, and so that you can function well there. Because if you don't have skill set, it might be difficult, and that is where this feeling burnout or feeling stuck, if you don't really know it, it comes quickly for you. It comes quickly for you because you just know that you're not satisfied inside you. But if you're in a career right now that you don't feel satisfied, you need to just check yourself. What exactly is happening? Are the questions we don't ask ourselves. What exactly is happening? Why am I here? What do I want? Why am I feeling less? Why am I not enjoying where
what you do?
Because if you're able to sit with yourself and go inward, we need to start living our life from inside out, regardless of what the outside is throwing at us. If you're not getting this inner satisfaction, you want to go inside to sit with yourself. We have career coaches, career counselors,
even mentors too,
who can help you process, to help you check what exactly is happening. So if it is changing, transitioning to another one, then you will know. Don't just move. the fear of the unknown is killing us.
Right.
But you know why the fear of unknown is killing us?
Why?
Because it is more of want than
need.
desire.
Oh, okay.
If it's about your want, it's because you want to make ends meet.
Okay. Okay.
You want to pay bills.
Mm.
So if that is the reason why you want transition, you might get to that place and get stuck. Because all it's about the money, it's about the money. But if it's about your desire, and that's where your interest, your values, and all that sets in. If it's about your desire, then feeling stuck might be maybe you just need to take time off.
Right.
So it's not about you know, some people just chicken out.
Yeah,
they're just
and like
afraid
they're done.
and they just move out of it. But if you understand your why, you know why you're there, you know what you want, and it's not about I need to pay bills.
But
That bills will always come in anyways. The bills will always come in.
The whole bills bearing.
Let me tell you something. And again, it's because of where we are.
Yeah.
Not the point.
It's because of where we are. It's because of our environment. We're so put value on paying bills, and we are ignoring what our soul desire. That comfort, that fulfillment. Fulfillment is very important.
Yeah.
So you are here, and because you want to pay bills, this is you are passionate about where you are, you're enjoying what you're doing. But because somebody is offering you a job in an oil company,
Come on, all money.
You can see what we are talking about. We've not even gone far.
I'm sorry.
The show has not ended.
the time will come you will feel stuck, you will feel you will hate yourself, your soul
You
will
won't be
not
happy.
And that fulfillment is the most important when we're talking about career. Like for me, what I do, I enjoy it because I'm able to help people. I see the first session with my clients, they come crying. By the time we get to the third, the fourth session, they are laughing, they are telling me this is it. That's my fulfillment. That's where my fulfillment lies. See, there are times we just run and run and run and run and run. That money we're running, we're not even able to enjoy it.
Right.
And this is where we find ourselves part of the world. So this thing of feeling stuck, you need to understand your why. Get the skill, the know-how. Ensure that what you're doing is because it's fulfilling
For you.
and not about the money, because if it's about the money, you'll feel stuck. Have you seen bankers resigning? Have you seen people in the oil company saying, there's a particular man of God I know of blessed memory who left an oil company to start a church. Yeah,
Wow.
I think he said he was working with Chevron or something
Okay.
to start a church, and that was where his fulfillment is.
Wow.
So the money.
How would
The
people?
oil money, the
How?
oil
Always
money.
good. The oil money. So it's always good to place fulfillment and passion over money, even though money is also
Because even money is important.
Oh boy.
Covenant.
You see, you have a mentee here.
Person,
You have a mentee
I'm
here.
suspecting her.
I'll sign up after the show.
I'm suspecting you.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
But really, it shouldn't be about the money.
Yeah, definitely.
It shouldn't be about the money, or else we'll get it wrong.
And I think
So much to
I don't know. I think even when you want to go for the money, okay, you switch over to this space. I feel you keep going further and further away from yourself.
and you forget the of your existence.
Exactly. You
And
just
also,
start
the more you
existing
want,
without
the more
living.
work and responsibility. So would I want to do that? No.
Hey,
No.
we are signing now.
See, there's more to us as human
Human.
Yeah.
than all these things we see.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
There's so much to it. This soul I talked about, that fulfillment,
Is this joy?
that it gives.
Yeah.
There's this glow. There's this. You won't be aggressive. You won't be fighting anybody. You just feel comfortable. Have you seen the old teachers? They tell you they're okay.
Very
tell you
okay. Yes.
heart is in heaven.
Yes.
They tell you, oh, when I see my girls,
Yes.
it gives me joy.
In secondary school, then I'll always look at them with their, I'm so sorry, with their shoes and their bag. And they are so contented with what they have.
Yeah.
They don't even want more. They are not even looking for more. Just happy doing that job. And you hear, I've been teaching for over 35 years in this school. Wow, why? The same amount? How? And they train their
So that is it. That's where the reward comes.
So for old teachers, Rose Blossom said that some teachers will tell you that, you know, I have an experience of 35 years in teaching. So would you say that that person is really comfortable in that space, or it's because this person has, you know, gotten a little bit old, so this person might not get jobs out there again, that's why they're still staying there?
Well, that's another thing to read.
Yeah.
You want to find out what was their why.
Okay.
So you can't really say it's because they're old they can't move. They have their students in top places. All they need is to phone them to say, I need this, I need that, and their students will make it work for them. Good teachers though. Those teachers that are angry, that are flogging children, you know that something is eating them up. They are not where they want to be. That's why they are doing that.
So that means my maths teacher was not where he was supposed to be.
Because he loves them.
Maybe you want to ask your maths teacher, what did he study in the
It's all about
university?
the American.
They just like to flog, so they just want to be in that field.
Because they are angry. Something is eating them up.
Okay, I'm sorry, but we have to call it a wrap right now. We have to. This is very interesting. I think we're just sitting down, we're talking. Apologies to viewers, but I hope you're catching on with what we're saying, because we're relating it to real life experiences. We're talking about ourselves, and of course, at the same time, she's dishing advice which is better for you. Okay, to have we still have Doctor, which of course when we come back after this tip, we'll be wrapping up, and of course we'll be appreciating her normal there. But for that, because of our time, let's quickly go on dealing with setbacks. You know, we talked about feeling like you're stuck, or you're, you know, you can't move. But anyways, there's a way you can actually deal with that and be better. We check this tip on dealing with setback. I'll be right back to the studio to wrap up the show. Stay with us.
Tips on how to deal with setbacks in your career. It's common to experience a setback of some kind throughout your career. It's important to also know how to be resilient if this happens, so you can bounce back quickly. Resilience is the ability to cope with change and stress. It is a skill that can help you stay positive in challenging situations like interview rejection, exam failure, redundancy, not getting a promotion, unexpected life events. How to become more resilient. Resilient people often have a positive frame of mind and a willingness to try new things. Resilient people are keen to meet new people and grow their support network. Resilient people know how to turn to and have the courage to ask for help. Trying to boost your resilience can feel daunting. This can be especially true if you have experienced multiple setbacks. For example, when applying for jobs. To help you become more resilient, you could reflect on your experience and try to learn from it. Ask for feedback if you're unsuccessful. Remind yourself that you have coped before with difficult situations and you can do so again. Have a positive outlook. Connect with others and ask for help. Focus on the things you can change and accept those things you cannot. Set yourself small goals and celebrate your achievement as you go. It's important to be kind to yourself and remember, when thinking about these experiences, also try to focus on how you got there rather than the end result. This will help you understand the right steps to take to be more adaptable in the future. Explore your feelings to help you refrain from negative thoughts about a problem. This will help you to develop a more positive and a can-do attitude. Think about how you react to and use criticism. This will help you to learn how to make the most of your advice others can give. Get help dealing with a setback. If you're in school, college, or university, remember that there are professionals like teachers, mentors, and career advisors who can help you. In the workspace, you can get support from your manager or your human resources, your HR. Also, find resources and further help. You can speak to a career advisor to get advice and support on dealing with setbacks in your career.
Welcome back, yes, and that's a wrap on Women's Corner. But first, I want to appreciate Dr. Ebolomo Fawale, who is a counseling psychologist and a family life therapist. Thank you so much for being on the show.
You're welcome.
I really did enjoy every bit of it, and I'm sure you missed a little because we're, just sitting behind the camera too. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, and of course, thank you, my viewers, for also joining. It's been fabulous one. Okay, covenant issues. I was almost signing off.
Yes, it's actually been a fabulous time in the studio. If you are just joining the show, I'd like that you go back to our YouTube channel, Galaxy